That's right, last night, the triumphant return of the product herself, Angel Reese, finally made her way back to the court. Funny, a lot of questions going on out there around Angel the last month or so. Like, what in the bleep is going on? Exactly, why aren't you playing in games? We heard it was a back injury.
The Chicago Sky plastered "Welcome Back, Barbie" across social media, promising a heroic return for Angel Reese that would save their season. But by the end of the night, their hero had become a viral meme. Their team had lost its 5th straight game, and the franchise's entire strategy was exposed as a catastrophic failure. This wasn't just a bad game, it was the moment a carefully constructed superstar image shattered in front of the world. So how did it all go so horribly wrong? The story of Angel Reese's disastrous comeback reveals a much deeper rot within the Chicago Sky organization, one that began long before she ever stepped back on the court.
Quitting again? It appears you're quitting again just because your team not good. Just like rookie year, once you realized you stood no chance to win rookie of the year, you quit. You're quitting unrivaled. It looked like it was happening again. But look what we have here. Look what we have here. Angel Reese has been found. She has surfaced.
The sheer gap between the manufactured hype and the on-court reality was staggering. For days leading up to the game, the Chicago Sky's marketing department worked overtime, attempting to engineer a legendary moment. They framed the matchup against the Seattle Storm not as a desperate attempt to stay afloat, but as a celebratory event. The message was clear. The missing piece was back. The team was whole again, and victory was inevitable. But once the game began, that carefully crafted illusion shattered. The on-court performance told a much darker, more honest story.
We're so back! Bang! Hexagon, polygon, octagon, it don't matter! Turn it on for pecan! Butter pecan! Bang! Knee bound. Bang! Hasn't played in 3 weeks. Maybe her legs are fresh. She can jump higher. No! Bang! She's played in 24 games this year. She's been blocked 48 times! According to my advanced analytics, she's getting 2 bang-bangs per game. Bang bang!
The loss wasn't just another tick in the loss column. It felt like a final nail in the coffin of their playoff hopes. And then came the moment that defined the entire fiasco. The viral clip of Seattle's Ezi Magbegor emphatically swatting Reese's shot became a perfect, brutal symbol of the entire night. What was intended to be a celebration of her unstoppable dominance was instantly transformed into a social media meme, a digital monument to her failed comeback. The meticulously staged heroics and the on-court product simply didn't align, and the whiplash for fans was immediate. The marketing had promised a savior, but the reality delivered only humiliation.
How do you miss 10 games and you're still top 4 in the league in total turnovers?
I said swiper, no swiping! Bang! I know you're a better bowler than you are a basketball player, but I thought we were going to save that bowling pass till next year. Bang! You want some maple syrup with that pancake? Bang! Like Mr. Squarepants once said, you know what's funnier than 24? How about an 8-26 record? Bang!
The loss, however, was just the surface of a much deeper, more troubling problem. The real story, the one that had been brewing for weeks, was the reason she was gone in the first place. For nearly a month, at the most critical juncture of the season, Angel Reese had simply vanished. The official line from the team was a vague and unconvincing back issue, but the explanations that followed only added more fuel to the fires of suspicion. Coach Teresa Weatherspoon offered cryptic comments to the media, suggesting it was Reese's private story to tell, a statement that did little to quell the growing concerns. Then, upon her return, Reese herself offered an even more puzzling explanation.
So we missed you. We missed you, Angel. You're back. You're roaring back, and I'm sure you came back and led the Chicago Sky to victory. Okay. No? Okay. It's been a while, and I'm sure you came back to a sellout crowd that could not wait to see you. Or not.
She didn't talk about rehab or physical therapy. Instead, she claimed she used the time to learn a lot about myself. To her supporters, it was a mature statement about personal growth. But to critics and skeptical fans, it sounded less like a recovery and more like an emotional checkout from a team that was sinking fast. The whispers grew louder, evolving into open accusations. People started asking if she had simply quit when the going got tough. Her near-total absence from the bench during her time away only made things worse. In the world of professional sports, injured stars are almost always seen supporting their teammates from the sidelines. Reese was nowhere to be found, creating an information vacuum that was quickly filled with the most damaging speculation imaginable.
Only 6,724 fans showed up to the Wintrust Arena. Yeah, it holds about 9,500 fans, so we're talking roughly 3,000 fans away from being sold out to see the return of Angel Reese and the defeat of the Chicago Sky against the Storm.
For those who have been paying close attention, this latest disappearing act wasn't an isolated incident. Instead, it fits neatly into a troubling pattern of behavior that has followed her throughout her young career. During her much-hyped rookie season, critics pointed out that her fiery energy and on-court engagement seemed to noticeably dip once it became mathematically clear that she was no longer in the running for the Rookie of the Year award. Then came her brief and tumultuous stint with the unrivaled basketball league. Once again, she tapped out before the season concluded, failing to even show up for the playoff games, leaving her team hanging when the stakes were highest.
We need Angel Reese so we can win, win, win! Win? Since when has Angel Reese contributed to winning? The Chicago Bravado were routinely getting their ass kicked when she was healthy. Outside of the female Suns from Connecticut who seem to be losing intentionally, the Chicago Bravado are the worst team in the league.
Each incident, when viewed in isolation, could perhaps be explained away with a convenient excuse, but when pieced together, they form a mosaic of a player who seems to struggle to stay engaged when victory isn't immediate or guaranteed. This history directly contradicts the powerful Bayou Barbie brand she and her team have so carefully cultivated, a brand built on the image of a fierce, relentless competitor with a championship mindset. The marketing sells a warrior who thrives under pressure, but her track record suggests a different story might be unfolding behind the curtain.
Fear and no regrets for the rookie Sonia Citron with a magical move for the Mystics. She's fierce.
Citron. Citron, the back cut. Nice drop off the area. Fan gets the bucket.
Nice dime right there in front of the rim.
This entire situation is made infinitely worse, and far more tragic for Chicago fans, when you realize just how much the Sky franchise gambled on her. The front office didn't just draft Angel Reese, they fundamentally reshaped their entire organization around her, making a series of high-stakes, win-now moves that have now backfired in the most spectacular fashion imaginable. The most disastrous of these decisions was trading away their future for a shot at immediate success. They sent their valuable number 3 overall pick in the draft, a promising and versatile young talent named Sonia Citron, to the Washington Mystics.
When Angel Reese is on the court, the only thing you're winning is the number 1 pick in the draft. Ironically enough, if the Chicago Bravado get the number 1 pick in the draft this year, they don't even get to keep it. It belongs to the Minnesota Lynxers. So not only are you stuck with Angel Reese, you also don't have a draft pick so you can select a player that actually knows how to win.
The logic was to surround Reese with veteran pieces who could help her win immediately. The problem? That logic has proven to be disastrously flawed. Sonia Citron is now flourishing in Washington, putting up impressive numbers and making a legitimate case for Rookie of the Year. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky are left with one of the worst records in the WNBA, and, insultingly, they don't even own their own first-round pick in the upcoming draft. They sacrificed their entire future, their ability to rebuild, for Angel Reese. In return, they got a collapsing team, a disillusioned fan base, and a star player who disappeared when they needed her most.
The facts was she had not finished any season. Her rookie year with the Sky, she tapped out. She did not finish with unrivaled. She tapped out, didn't even show up to the playoff games. And then this season, post All-Star break, it seemed like that is all she cared about. She realized this team stinks. Tyler Marsh is a bum. Jeff P's a bum. They all stink.
The utter failure of Chicago's all-in strategy becomes painfully, almost cruelly clear when you look at what's happening just one state over. The Indiana Fever, led by their own superstar rookie Caitlin Clark, are providing a masterclass in how to build a winning culture the right way. Their rapid ascent isn't built on flashy marketing slogans or manufactured hero narratives. It's being forged through genuine resilience, gritty teamwork, and a palpable culture of accountability. Caitlin Clark, like Reese, is a superstar who draws a massive amount of media attention, but that is where the similarities abruptly end.
He said, I'm so happy to be back playing the game that I love. All right. So here we go, right here. This is Angel. She's going to be going down the court. Again, she's much improved from the field. She's made so much headway. Yeah. Okay. God, it's good to have Angel back. It really is. My goodness. How about right here? Angel Reese is the most blocked player in the WNBA, and believe it or not, I believe that's a real...
The hype surrounding the Fever feels organic and earned because it is backed by tangible, on-court progress. More importantly, Clark has proven to be the ultimate teammate. When she's been sidelined with minor injuries, she is a constant, vocal presence on the bench, coaching, cheering, and staying deeply connected to her team. It's a subtle but profoundly powerful difference that speaks volumes about leadership. One star actively builds up the team around her, fostering a winning environment from the inside out. The other seems to operate on her own island, her presence or absence dictated by circumstances that remain shrouded in vagueness and mystery.
But it seems like once she made the All-Star game, she said, that's it. I've done what I had to do. I don't need to stick around for all this losing. She's been saying her back hurts. Nobody knows anything about the injury. Nobody knows. So we start calling it out. Hey, are you quitting again? It appears you're quitting again just because your team not good. Just like rookie year, once you realize you stood no chance to win rookie of the year, you quit. You're quitting unrivaled. It looked like it was happening again.
Ultimately, the most damning evidence against the Sky's manufactured hype didn't come from a critic or a rival team. It came from their own fans, or rather, the shocking lack of them. For Angel Reese's grand welcome back night, the night that was supposed to be a city-wide celebration, the Wintrust Arena was disturbingly, noticeably quiet. In a state-of-the-art venue that holds nearly 10,000 people, only a little over 6,700 showed up. That means for what was billed as the most important and anticipated game of their late season, nearly 3,000 seats sat cold and empty.
And just like clockwork, Angel comes back, Cardoso's numbers go down. If I'm Cardoso, I'm wanting out of Chicago. I'm getting the hell out of Chicago. Seriously. Brittany Sykes, Skylar Diggins. Skylar Diggins had 24 for the Storm last night, and Angel's return. So, Angel, of course, so happy to be back, and she was welcomed back by so many fans. Oh, dearly beloved.
That silence, that apathy, speaks volumes. It is undeniable proof that no matter how many flashy social media campaigns the team runs, fans can see the truth with their own eyes. They see a team that isn't winning, and they see a star whose actual impact doesn't seem to match the deafening noise surrounding her brand. This stands in stark contrast to the electric, consistently sold-out arenas for the Indiana Fever, where the excitement is real, organic, and tangible. The Sky's marketing machine is powerful, but it cannot fake genuine enthusiasm, and the empty seats are the final, irrefutable verdict.
Capital L in love, or capital L for lost? Maybe? I don't know. I mean, so many people were happy. Reese report, so happy. You made so many people happy tonight. You made so many people that squeezed in just a mere 3,000 people short of selling out the arena. I mean, it was literally only 3,000 fans away from being standing room only.
On the surface, Angel Reese's numbers look great. A double-double machine, averaging nearly 14 points and 12 rebounds sounds like a franchise player. But dive a little deeper, and a much more troubling picture emerges. These are what analysts call empty stats, numbers that look impressive in a box score, but do little to contribute to actual winning. For all her scoring, she holds the unflattering title of being the most blocked player in the entire WNBA. She is also consistently among the league leaders in turnovers, giving the ball away at an alarming rate.
An assassin! Kelsey Mitchell! Every game is a home game! Listen to the crowd in Connecticut. Final score in overtime. Fever 99, Sun 93. And Indiana completes the greatest comeback in franchise history.
Her production comes at a high cost, often disrupting the team's offensive flow in favor of her own high-usage, low-efficiency plays. This is the core of the problem. Her individual achievements are completely disconnected from team success. While her personal brand grows with every all-star nod and flashy stat line, the team itself continues to sink. It proves a fundamental truth in basketball. It's not about the numbers a player puts up, but how those numbers make the team better. And in Chicago, the answer seems to be not at all.
It's another double-double for Aaliyah Boston. Boston will fire a three. And he goes to the putback. Plus the foul.
Oh, look at Boston just muscle her way into Charles and lay it in. Boston deep position. Boston pretty spin. Back to Boston. Who ties the game? Boston now with her 15th double-double of the year. That's a new Fever franchise record.
Perhaps the most damaging part of the Angel Reese experiment isn't just what she does on the court, but how her presence seems to negatively affect the development of everyone else. Look no further than Camila Cardoso, the Sky's other high-profile rookie. During Reese's month-long absence, Cardoso began to flourish. She had more space to operate, more touches in the paint, and her confidence grew with each game. She looked like the future cornerstone the team had drafted her to be. But the moment Reese returned, all that progress vanished.
An assassin! Kelsey Mitchell has a new career high! Backdoor Mitchell bouncing in the paint for two. Kelsey Mitchell, the pig is matched up. Mitchell squeezing through for two and the foul. Fouls on the other end. It's Mitchell launching it.
Cardoso's numbers immediately plummeted as she was relegated back to a secondary role, forced to watch as the offense once again revolved around Reese. This isn't just a chemistry issue, it's a developmental crisis. The Sky have two potential stars in their front court, but their unwavering commitment to the Reese-first model is actively stunting the growth of other key players. A healthy team culture elevates everyone. In Chicago, it seems the orbit around one star is so strong that it's pulling everyone else down with it. This internal conflict is a symptom of a much larger disease, a franchise that has mortgaged its entire future and now finds itself trapped with no clear path forward. The disastrous trade that sent away their top draft pick wasn't just a short-sighted mistake, it was a franchise-altering blunder. Now, as they sit at the bottom of the standings, they don't even have the grim comfort of a high draft pick to look forward to. They are stuck in the worst place a professional sports team can be, basketball purgatory. They aren't good enough to compete for a playoff spot, but they have no assets to initiate a proper rebuild. While fans of other struggling teams can cling to the hope of a franchise-changing rookie, Chicago fans can only watch as the team they have is dismantled by poor decisions and a lack of on-court chemistry. The front office went all in on a single player, and now that the bet has failed, they have no chips left to play. The future in Chicago doesn't just look bleak for the time being, it looks non-existent. So, after all the chaos, what are we left with? The Welcome Back Barbie campaign, meant to be a crowning achievement, ended in utter failure. The lingering mystery of her month-long absence only created more doubt and suspicion. The front office's desperate gamble to build around her has crippled the team's future, and the stunning success of a rival team has exposed just how deeply flawed their entire approach has been. Angel Reese's individual statistics might look impressive on a box score, but they exist in a vacuum, completely disconnected from the one metric that truly matters in professional sports: winning. The Chicago Sky built their entire world around a superstar, only to watch that world crumble when the foundation proved to be made of sand. It leads us to the final, uncomfortable question. Is Angel Reese the true franchise cornerstone she has been relentlessly marketed as, or is she a superstar mirage, a powerful brand that promises championships but delivers only empty stats and bitter disappointment? The wins aren't there, and now it seems neither are the fans. What, exactly, did Chicago get in return for betting their entire future on her?